welcome to another edition of Flash Talks. Hope you've got the World Cup fever dream going on. I certainly have, and Fever Dream is still the best pop song of 2026. Change my mind, let me know in the comments. Right, this video is yet another radio. I think the channel is swaying more that direction. Radio seems to get the most interaction. I will still from time to time talk about wrestling. I have been dropping things in about the World Cup, but radio will be the main focus of Flash Talks going forward. Right, so that's it for tea time with Sarah Cox. It's gone, and me and I know so many other radio nerds were listening. We had these, and she knew we had these bricked up. Sorry, just had a fresh shave and realised I've cut. I always do this, cut a bit. It's not actual facial hair. Shut up. Right. She is done. We were listening very, very closely as to when she's going to start breakfast, because we're like kids at Christmas. I want it now. Want it now. Want to know. But it's been and gone. She said at the end of her show, you'll find out very, very soon. So I'm assuming one day in the week to come, there'll be a press release. Sarah Cox starts breakfast on this date, and maybe even your new drive time, because it seems like they may even drop the tea time name. Host will be, or hosts, there could be two, or three. They might go down Radio 1 route, but note to everyone, don't do that unless they're very reliable hosts. There's nothing against Katie, Rick, and Jamie Lang. It hasn't worked for me. It hasn't worked. That show hasn't been the same since Jordan North left, and it needs a refresh. But that's a video for another time. They've all still got a place at the station. I'm not saying bin them off, but maybe not all together all at the same time. Waffling, king of waffle. This to me, I'm a bit, like I said, like a child at Christmas. Just give me some announcement. I love the speculation game, and they know we love the speculation game. But in all seriousness, whoever is taking over tea time, I imagine there is a lot. It's not just the case of, say for argument's sake, it was OJ. OJ, you've got tea time. Boss done. A lot of people may or may not know that OJ is a family man, and a lot of the reason he is on overnight is it has suited his family setup. Whether that still does, maybe because things change in life. I used to work nights. It never worked for my family setup, but it had some financial gain-ish. And then various jobs I've had, I thought it fits the family, but things change. So within time, and also if he does move to drive and he stays broadcasting from Salford, then that takes time, surely, to put the whole team together up there, because there'll probably be new producers, new tech, and whatever else needs to go into this huge show. So that is to come. But I just want to leave comments if you want to speculate who it could be. Is there a curveball in this? Do they go? No, none of us expected Vernon Kay to replace Ken Bruce. Do they go down that route? Do they go down that route? We shall see. Throwing a curveball in the mix. But I just want to say, with regards to tea time, I think I've been pretty loyal now to the show. On and off I've listened over the years, but I would say solid for the last 2 years, I've loved the show. I really have loved the show. I love her wackiness. And I was thinking about this the other day, and I was speaking to Mrs. Flash about this, that when she was on Radio 1 years ago, and bear in mind, I was growing up and Moyles was he was like, if anyone said anything bad about Moyles, he was my breakfast man, and the station, of course. revolved around him. And Sarah originally was on Drive and then moved to, after maternity, she came back to the weekends. And I sort of liked her, but wasn't one of my favourites. And my mum used to say, "Oh, what's she on about? God's sake." But now I embrace the "what is she on about?" because she hasn't changed. People might say, "Oh, well, she's changed. She's got older." And all the people change. Get over it. But she just cracks me up. She is still as wacky as ever before. She doesn't. Well, she tries to go by the script, and she gave us pre-warning that breakfast could be quite chaotic at times. And I'm intrigued to see. I hope it keeps the same sort of fun and magic and basically carefree when she goes to breakfast, which suspicions could be 2 weeks from tomorrow. This video is going out on Sunday, 2 weeks time, because on the schedule there is a blank Radio 2 breakfast show, no host in place. Can't see my hands. So yeah, I've loved it. It was a really nice week. The final half hour, the final "Life's a Happy" song, we don't know if that's coming to breakfast. Don't think she said. It sounds like HMD is being dropped, which is good because no one wants to cry first thing in the morning. Some beautiful stories that people tell, but it works at the end of the day, not at the start of the day. Kids in the Car is coming over to breakfast, which she did say it's for the kids. It's for the kids. Because she must have seen, and the producers must have seen, there's a lot of adults moaning about it. Moan, moan, moan. We just love to moan, don't we? So that's about it. I am skeptical about who replaces her because it is big shoes to fill, and when this is what some people don't get about radio, when you are the host of a big show or any show in particular, if you're on in that slot for a certain amount of years, we get used to it and we don't like change. So when they change anything in the media industry in general, it can make us feel a bit you start comparing it. So they're kind of clever. If there is going to be a long gap between this last show on Friday to the new host starting whenever, it is quite clever, like with Scott's dismissal to this point. So April, May, June, that's 3 months of Gary Davis, and a lot of people have gone and said, well, I want Gary to stay, or can Gary take over tea time? That could be a curveball, that could happen, but I think Gary seems to be happy just doing the sounds of the 80s really, and picking up cover left, right and centre. I could be wrong. He may have been offered a bumper deal and he becomes the new tea time host. But yeah, that is it. Let me know in the comments what you think, what your predictions are for BBC Radio 2 going forward. And yeah, hopefully once we get an announcement on when she's starting, I will starting breakfast and also the new shuffle around with the Saturday night lineup when that is starting. Sean Keaveney, who I must say got a lot of stick, is still getting a lot of stick for taking over sounds of the 70s. It was the same when Bob Harris took over from Johnny. People just moan for the sake of moaning. I listened to his first official show last weekend. I even got a shout. I won't even call it a shout. I sent in a tribute message to Bob, and it was nice to hear it. And it was a lovely show, a nice tribute. And I'm sure Sean is going to make Sounds of the 70s his own going forward. I read a comment today about, you're way behind the Boom Radio and all this. Well, go and join Boom Radio. Enjoy Boom Radio. I could go on and on. Like the post. Like the video, sorry. Comment. Subscribe if you like this kind of content. But yeah, I always look for the comments and try to reply to as many as possible when I can. Busy We're busy, dears. We're busy with our lives. So, yeah, I would love to hear what you think. Was Sarah Cox the best drive time show in the country? For me, it was. But let me know. Like, share, subscribe.